Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that is a total game changer for advanced language learners. We're talking about using AI, not just as some tool, but as your very own personal intellectual mentor. So let's get right into it.
So let me ask you a question. You're an expert in your field, right? Maybe it's medicine or finance or engineering. But when you try to really get into the nitty-gritty, the complex details of your work in English, do you ever feel like you just hit a wall? Like the conversation just can't go as deep as you want it to? Well, here's the thing. That wall, it's probably not your English. It's what we could call the cognitive limit of your conversation partner. I mean, think about it. It's incredibly rare to find a language coach who also just happens to be an expert in, say, medical ethics or cognitive psychology. That's the invisible wall you've been hitting. But what if that limit just vanished? What if you had a partner who knew just as much about your field as you do? Someone who's ready to debate the tiniest details with you anytime, anywhere. Okay, this is where things get really, really exciting. And this brings us to the big idea for today, thinking about AI as your personal intellectual mentor. Now, this isn't just another app or some new gadget. It's a huge shift in how we can even approach advanced language practice. It's a way to finally smash through those old cognitive limits.
So, what do I actually mean when I say intellectual mentor? Well, it's an AI that really shines in three key ways. First, it can have those deep, super specialized conversations. Second, it gives you instant, incredibly precise feedback. And third, it can perfectly simulate real-world situations. Let's break down each of these roles one by one.
First up, let's talk about AI as the specialist partner. This is all about having conversations that go way beyond the usual knowledge gaps you'd find with a human tutor. I mean, it just makes sense, right? It's basically impossible for a person to be a true expert in a bunch of different complex fields all at once. Your language coach might be amazing at grammar, but can they really push your thinking on financial policy or the morality of AI? Probably not. AI, on the other hand, has no such limits.
Just take a look at a question like this. It perfectly captures the kind of depth we're talking about. Imagine asking a question this complex on a highly specialized topic that blends medicine and ethics and actually getting a real substantive debate back. That's a level of conversation you just can't have with anybody. So what this means is your AI mentor can become your dedicated English debate partner in your specific field. It lets you build a whole learning routine around what the source material calls topic-based deep speaking, which makes your practice directly relevant to your professional and intellectual life. It's a total game changer. Okay, so AI can be your specialist debate partner. That's awesome. But what about improving the actual language you're using in those debates? Well, that brings us to role number 2, AI as the precision coach. This is where we go from just having a great conversation to actually perfecting your language in real time. You know, a human partner can usually guess what you mean to say, even if you make a small mistake. But an AI coach does something way more powerful. It hears exactly what you say and then instantly suggests a more precise, more natural, and more sophisticated way to say that very same thing. Just look at how subtle this coaching is. A human partner might easily just let a small error like this slide. But the AI instantly flags it, refining AI has agency depends on context to the much more grammatically correct and native sounding whether AI has agency depends on the context. It's this tiny, precise level of detail that really helps you level up your fluency. And the feedback you get isn't just about grammar, not at all. Modern AI tools can create a complete, instant feedback loop. We're talking analyzing your pronunciation, correcting your grammar, checking your intonation, and even monitoring your speaking speed. It gives you a full 360-degree view of your spoken English. And now for our third and final role. Let's look at AI as the real-world simulator. This tackles one of the biggest hurdles for advanced learners, closing that gap between textbook English and the messy, authentic, real language that people actually use every single day. Does this sound familiar to you? You can read a really dense academic paper, no problem. But then you watch a movie or try to have a casual chat with a native speaker and you feel completely lost. All because of the slang, the idioms, the contractions. This is such a classic advanced learner problem. And here's a really practical way to solve it. You can literally just tell your AI to adopt a specific persona. A simple prompt like, hey, speak like a 25-year-old American using casual slang, and boom, your practice session is instantly transformed.
From there, you can run all sorts of role-play scenarios, like a casual doctor-patient chat, to get really comfortable with that authentic style of speaking. So when you put all three of these roles together, the specialist, the coach, and the simulator, you start to see that AI is so much more than just another tool. It becomes a truly irreplaceable, multifunctional mentor. And you know what's really powerful? Unlike a human teacher or a textbook that stays the same, an AI is a dynamic partner. As your expertise gets deeper and your language goals change, your AI mentor grows right there with you, always ready for the next challenge you throw at it. So let's just recap the big takeaway here. Your AI mentor is a specialist who can truly meet you at your intellectual level. It's a precision coach who refines your language instantly. And it's a simulator who gets you ready for any conversation the real world throws at you, whether it's formal or totally casual. And all this leaves us with a final thought to chew on. For years, advanced learners have been looking for that perfect partner, right? The one who understands their work, perfects their language, and prepares them for the real world. Isn't it just fascinating to think that this ultimate partner might already be right here in your hands?